All right, all right. With that, we are essentially at the end of day one. I hope all of you are able to hear me well. I did change my microphone, so I hope my voice is much better than what it was before. I know it has been a long day, and and the mixed responses that kind of came in on the chat box. I would like to apologize to all of you that we got delayed by about 30 minutes, which is the reason why this essentially the delay happened. We should have stuck to the timings that we mentioned on the sheet, but in the very first session, because we kind of went deeper into the foundations, we ended up taking a little more time there. And I, as your host, thought that that would be very beneficial for you, because one perspective that I would like everyone to leave with today, while day two is also there, and tomorrow we are not going to have any theory at all, by the way. It is going to be pure implementation, and you're going to be learning things that you can go ahead and implement right from Monday. But the reason why we, two perspectives, right? One is, it is of course impossible for us to teach everything, for anybody to teach and for anybody to learn everything in a matter of 2 days, right? And the approach that we have kind of taken here with this masterclass, which is what I mentioned in the morning when we got started, is that we wanted to expose all of you to multiple different facets of AI, of where AI can be implemented. And we saw that happening very well in today's session. Now, you know how models work, you know how to do prompting, you know that there are many generative AI tools that exist. You also know how these generative AI tools are very different from AI agents that you would like to build. And you have seen voice agents. You have also seen the potential of AI in image and video. That is a lot that you learned over the last 8 hours. And I know it is not because you probably did not find value in this session. It is because I'm sure you're tired at this point of time, right? Now, what we will do is, tomorrow we will be starting again at 10 a.m. and the day will be going on till 6 p.m. IST, and then we will have 1 hour for a Q&A to kind of close out this journey for all of you, right? And tomorrow, like I said, we are not going to have any theoretical content. We will directly jump into practical use cases of generative AI. But for everyone to be able to build AI agents, for everyone to be able to build AI automations, what you learned today in the first half is going to be super critical. That is how you create constrained environments for AI agents as you go about building them. And that is what you're going to be seeing tomorrow. But what I want to leave all of you with today is, of course, we'll be doing a breakout room, which I'm not saying is mandatory for everyone. If you have to drop off, you could probably drop off, and we will repeat the breakout room activity tomorrow as well. But this is a workbook that our team will be sharing on the chat box right now. This document, let me share my screen properly, and I hope all of you are able to see my screen. Can you all see my screen? Yes? Wonderful. So this particular document will be shared with all of you on the chat box. Team, can I request you to share it on the chat box by closing the chat box right now so everyone can take access to it right away? Okay. While they do that, let me quickly run you through what this file essentially has. It has multiple workbooks in it of all the sessions that we have seen today. And along with this, you will also be getting a document for you to have step-by-step instructions to go ahead and build your voice agents. Now, this is the workbook that we will be using inside the breakout room as well. And this also has homework activities for all of you to go ahead and practice. And when you come back tomorrow, you could share some of the things that you have built by following this particular workbook. So as you scroll down, you will find something called as task 1.1. We are not going to be doing task 1.1 today. This is your homework, which is, we want all of you to identify at least 5 to 10 daily tasks that you do. Think about how can you use AI to improve your efficiency when it comes to these daily tasks, and create a prompt library for yourself. Now, these tasks could be either personal tasks that you do or professional tasks that you do at your workplace. Identify 5 to 10 of them. And as you scroll down, you will find certain steps to go ahead and create a prompt library for yourself, right? Along with the steps, you will also find the prompting techniques that we covered today. And as you know, for different kind of tasks, you need to use different kinds of prompting techniques. So that is what you will be able to do now that you have complete context of how using a different kind of prompt would change the output that you're essentially getting. Now, as you scroll down, give me just a second. Okay. All right. I'm going to put the link in the chat box. Give me just a second. Let me do that. And while I do, okay. Yes. Okay. I'm going to drop this link on the chat box. Give me just a second. There you go. It's on the chat box. You could go ahead and access it right now. Let me go ahead and share my screen once again and explain to you what this workbook essentially contains, and then we will step into the breakout rooms. Right? So as I was saying, you have step-by-step tasks, steps to kind of go ahead and build your prompt library. This is what I would want all of you to do as you take the rest of the day today, right? And in this, we have also included the multiple prompting types that you can essentially go ahead and use. Task 1.2, which is creating a web-based application using Claude, is something that I'm going to be demoing right now. But the same demo that I do, you will also find it as steps inside this workbook. So you're essentially not missing out on anything. And this is going to be your practice handbook so that you can go ahead and do all of this yourself. And as you scroll down, you will also find how you can create your own images and convert them to videos using AI with free tools, right? I mentioned that one of the reasons why we went ahead and showed Midjourney, knowing that it's a paid tool, is because it is one of the best in the industry. And that is why we kind of wanted to cover that. But does that mean that you should go ahead and take the paid subscription of Midjourney? No, that is not how it works. Only and only if you're using image and video generation at an organizational level or at a team level would you choose to go ahead and take a subscription of a tool like Midjourney, so that you have continued usage that can get you continued ROI as well. So there are free tools that you will find inside of this document, like Leonardo.ai. Luma.ai is also a free tool that you can essentially go ahead and use. And Runway ML also comes with free credits that all of you can go ahead and use. So this is how you will be able to create your images and your videos. And I would love for all of you to go ahead and try out all of these things, even if you're not joining the breakout room right now. All right. So having said that, having cleared the air about the breakout room, whatever activity we do today, we will reiterate that activity tomorrow as well so that nobody misses out. And I know it's 7:05 right now. So let me go into the demo of how is it that all of you can go ahead and build web-based applications. Shall I go ahead and show all of you the demo right now? It'll take me 5 minutes to do the demo, and then we will split everyone into breakout rooms, because I know that all of you have been sitting since morning. You have not been speaking. So that hands-on practice that you will essentially get right now is going to be super helpful. I'm going to share my screen once again. Give me a second. All right. So the website that I'm going to use, or the tool that we are going to use for this particular activity of creating web-based applications without writing code, is our very own Claude.ai. All of you have seen Claude already, but there is one thing that you need to do as soon as you jump into Claude. If you have never used Claude before, and if you're creating a new account, what you need to do as the very first step is you need to go into the settings bar, right? How do you do that? When you scroll your cursor to the left side of the screen, you will be able to see this kind of a menu popping up. Now, as you scroll down, you will find your own username. For us, it's Growth School. You go ahead and click on that and you will find this settings button over here. Click on settings. And when you click on settings, it will essentially open up a page like this for all of you, where it has two options here: Claude capabilities, which is artifacts, and feature preview, right? By default, both of these options are always turned off if it's a new account that you are creating. You have to first go ahead and turn on both of these features of Claude before you go ahead and do anything on Claude. This will allow you to use Claude to the fullest potential, right? Now, once you have done that, you again come back to the main screen of Claude, and all that you need to do over here is to prompt Claude, just like how, let's say, you had an idea to create an application. And until today, we had to go to our product managers, we had to go to our engineers, and we had to explain the product idea, the problem statement, and the solution that we are expecting the application to solve. We had to go to either a product manager or an engineer and explain all of that. Now, instead of explaining it to a human being or multiple human beings, you essentially give the complete context to Claude in plain, simple language. And I'll show you what Claude will end up doing right after that, right? For the purpose of this particular demo, I'm keeping my use case very, very simple, but you can make it as advanced as you may want to just by explaining the use case really, really well to Claude and what is it that you wanted to build. Now, the use case that I have taken to be able to show this to all of you is that I have a tough time managing my expenses on a daily level and on a weekly level and on a monthly level, right? I always thought, instead of noting it down on a diary or noting it down on on notes on my phone, I thought, why not, if I had an application which could essentially track all my expenses, give me categorically where my expenses are going on a weekly level and on a monthly level, it would be super helpful for me. This is the thought that I had. So now, to bring that to reality, what do I need to tell Claude? All that I need to say to Claude is, build an application that allows me to track my daily expenses across multiple categories where I'm spending money. I would want this application to give me a weekly report and a monthly report as well. And I would like to see this application in blue color, let's say, right? And that's all. I'm keeping it very simple, but you can make it as extensive as you may want. Now, and once you write the prompt, and you can keep it simple in plain text, you click on enter, or you can go ahead and click this arrow button. And what Claude will essentially start doing is, it will start writing the entire code for it to build that application for us. Now, these are web-based applications. Now, what does that mean? It means that you cannot go ahead and deploy them into Play Store or App Store, but you can use it on web. And once you publish these applications, you can share it internally with your teams, or you can go ahead and share it externally as well. And with the code that Claude writes, because the code is also accessible to us, you can go ahead and create advanced versions of these applications itself by connecting them with APIs using platforms like make.com, which we will learn tomorrow. So there is actually no boundary to what we do with these applications. That brings me to the point that I mentioned in the onboarding call and today as well, that all of us need to build this ability of thinking AI. Whenever you have any problem, if you start thinking how you can use AI to solve that problem, the game gets changed completely. And as you can see, as I was talking, Claude wrote its code. I have the access to the complete code here, right? I can just click on this, but I can start using this application right away as well. Now, let me go ahead and put this in. Let's say the description. What did I spend on? I spent on food. I spent 50 rupees. The category, it gets automatically selected. It has also given me other categories, and it is also checking the date. right? And I can go ahead and click on add expense here. Now, let us say that for some reason, some of the functionalities don't work inside this application once it's built. And that could happen if an engineer goes ahead and writes code as well. What do you then do? You go ahead and debug it. How do you debug it? You go to Claude, and on the left side, you reprompt it. You say that the add expense button is not clickable. The rest of it is great. Can you debug this, correct it, and give me the app again? And it could be anything, right? You could go ahead and change the color, change the UI of what this application looks like, and all of that just by reprompting the application until you are very, very satisfied with the final output that it has kind of given out, right? So now it is going ahead and debugging it. It will take probably a minute more. And I have created some amazing applications using Claude, which can go to LinkedIn and scrape data for me, which can go to websites and scrape data for me, right? And it can give me a complete summary of it also after scraping the whole data. I've created applications that help with fitness tracking. I've created applications that help with calorie intake tracking and a lot more. So you put a use case to it, you can go ahead and create anything. That is the power that generative AI is giving to all of us today. So it goes on, it writes the code, and it should be done. I'm not doing anything right now. Let's just give it a second, and there you go. It has now given this. Let me go ahead and try and put this in once again. And there you go. For some reason, the add expense button is still not working. So I will have to go ahead and debug it once again. But for the sake or in the interest of time, I'm not going to go ahead and debug it right now, right? But we are going to activate breakout rooms right now. And what's going to happen is every breakout room is going to have around 8 to 10 people inside of it. And all of you will have the ability to share your screen. You will have the ability to unmute yourself and also talk to the participants that are inside your breakout rooms. Now, of course, you will get started with a brief introduction of yourself. You could do a quick recap of what everybody has learned today, but get into building this application as well. We will have the breakout room for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then we will come back into the main room where all of you can, as a group, share the Claude application link that you have essentially generated, right? Now, let me go ahead and show you one final part that I essentially missed out. So once you're satisfied with the application that you have created, you can go ahead and click on this publish button. Once you click on publish, it will show a pop-up and you essentially have to go ahead and click publish and copy link. And this will give you the final link that you can either use internally or you could use it externally by sharing it with others as well. This is the link that we would want all of you to come back and share with us. Is that clear? People who would be participating in the breakout rooms, clear? Okay, I see someone has already dropped their Claude link. Wonderful. Now, all of you don't have to do it inside the breakout rooms. One person can take the ownership of sharing the screen and walk everybody else through the steps so that all the 8 to 10 people together create one application for the purpose of this practice that we are doing today, right? Wonderful. Okay, Venkat has created a habit tracker and shared it on the chat. But Om, can we go ahead and split people into breakout rooms? Or go ahead and do that.
Started.
Are you starting it on your end or should I do it?
Yeah. Give me just so normally what will happen is, folks, you will see a pop-up on top of your screen which will say join the breakout room now in about next 5 seconds, right? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You should already start seeing a pop-up on your screen which says join the breakout room. What you can do is click on that button. You'll be moved to another room, you will see about 7 to 8 people in your room where you'll be able to interact with them and, first time talk to each other as well on the session. So let's do that. And whoever is getting inside, take a lead, share your screen, start creating the apps. And oh, wow, I think interesting, funny. I think 500 people already went in. We have 200 people here as well.
Yes,
So
yes.
we'll keep this. We'll be here for about 2 minutes. So just in case if you have any questions, we can answer over the chat and through video. But do take time, take this activity. We'll be here for about next 12 minutes and come back and share the links that you create. Okay, funny.
Perfect, perfect. And if you could not find that pop-up, you will still be able to see the breakout room option in the bottom menu bar of Zoom, right? Wherever the menu bar on your screen is, click on the more option and you should ideally see this option called breakout rooms. A room has already been assigned to you, but you can go ahead and click on that option and enter the room that has been assigned to you. Let me go ahead and assign a room to few people here. Okay. All right. I still see about 160 odd people in the main room. We're going to leave everybody in the breakout rooms for the next 15 minutes so that everyone can interact with each other. And I would highly encourage all of you, if possible, go ahead and join the breakout rooms and meet people inside of them. Srinivasan, give me just a second. I'm checking whether you have gotten a room assigned to you. If not, I will go ahead and assign. All right. Srinivasan, you should be seeing another pop-up right now for you to go ahead and join. Manikandan, I'm doing the same. Anish, checking. All right. Anish, I have given you the room. And in case you're not able to find a pop-up, you will, like I said, you can go into the settings of Zoom, which is the bottom bar of Zoom. You can click on this option called breakout room that you will find, and you already have a room assigned to you. You can just click on join, and that will automatically take you into the room. Narendra, I see your query that your Zoom got stuck. You will be getting the recordings of all the sessions that happened today. I think that would, help you out. Abhinav, I think after the breakout room exercise, we don't have anything else. We will see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. IST again. Okay, I see Richie. I think Richie will have to give you another room then. Srinivasan, I'm assigning you to a different room. Grishma, I am assigning you to a different room. You should have received another pop-up right now. Durgesh, the rooms have been created for a breakout room activity where everybody is trying to build a web-based application right now. I will go ahead and assign a room to you as well, Durgesh. Okay, Swapnil and Janushia, I'm assigning a different room to you. Give me just a second. Swapnil, you should see another pop-up right now. And Janushia as well. Janani, yes, I will go ahead and assign a room to you again. Okay. Yes, done, Janani. All right, people are coming back from the breakout rooms. I'll probably give it few more seconds and everyone will be back. Ten more seconds and everybody is going to be back in the main room. But I'm loving the Claude links that are coming up on the chat box. Um, I think we are done for the day. We don't have another activity that is happening today because all of the other activities, we will be parking them for tomorrow's breakout rooms. But do share the Claude links that all of you have created in the breakout rooms right now on the chat box. And what we will essentially do is, because we are going to have access to the chat file, we will go ahead and access all of the links that all of you are putting in, and we'll go through these Claude applications as well. Wonderful. But I'm super happy that all of you participated in the breakout rooms and went ahead and created Claude applications. Now, of course, not everyone would have done it. So all of you make sure that after today's session is done, you start thinking AI, like I mentioned, and find problems that you can now solve with AI. But with that being said, we will be starting day 2 tomorrow at 10 a.m. IST. If there is one word that all of you could use for day 1 as we are wrapping up, what is that one word that you would use for the entire of today? I am super impressed with the kind of commitment that all of you have shown, because learning for 8 hours at a stretch is not easy at all. So, so kudos to all of you for doing that. Wonderful. And I love the messages that you're putting in on the chat. Just to give you an overview of tomorrow, we have 2 sessions. It will start at 10 a.m. IST and the day will go on till 7 p.m. IST, but only 2 sessions tomorrow because you have learned most of the foundations that need to be learned. You have learned it today. Tomorrow, we will get started with building AI bots, and the use cases for AI bots are plenty. We'll talk about that. We are going to see the agentic world that is getting developed. We are also going to learn how to build presentations with AI, business presentations with AI. And in the second half of tomorrow is when we will be jumping into AI automations. But thank you so much for all of the words that all of you have shared on the chat. I will now hand it over to Miloni once again to wrap this entire day up for all of us. Over to you, Miloni.
Funny, thank you very much, Funny. And what a day of discovery all of you have really had. And Funny has really guided you well through all of this. You've traversed the landscape from strategic AI alignment, to getting your hands dirty with no code applications. So I think all of you realize, right, that today was just not about the abstract possibilities. It's about actionable tools that all of you can implement immediately. And tomorrow, as Funny said, you push further. Together, we'll craft AI powered presentations that captivate audiences, design voice agents that transform customer interactions, and build automation workflows that could save you countless hours. Thank you so very much for joining all of us today. Have a pleasant evening, and tomorrow we reconvene at 10 a.m. sharp to continue on this journey. But from all of us, thank you very much for staying with us today through the day and being so diligent. And we'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.
Wonderful. Folks, before we drop off, just a quick request. Can we take a picture as the closing of day 1? I know everyone's tired. Everyone wants to go back and grab dinners probably, but one picture and then we will wrap up. So have your broadest smiles for the next 5-10 seconds maybe. And our team is taking screenshots in 3, 2, 1. Okay. I think let me take ourselves out of the spotlight so that everyone comes in the frame, and you could do that once again.
Or there are about 6 screens with videos on, so I'll take one by one all of them. Love to see, I think, after end of the day, all tired, but still with all the smiles in the face. So folks, just hold up for 7 more seconds. I've already captured the 4 rooms. I see 2 more coming up. And okay, coming to room, the screen One last screen, one last screen, Oh, I see a full office. There are 20 people in one of the rooms attending. That's great. Perfect. Coming to last screen, and all the people with cameras on with your smiles. Thank you so much. That's it from our side. Funny.
Thank you so much, everyone. See you all tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. IST. Bye and have a good night's rest. Bye, everyone.